Gorilla Tag. It's one of those simple games, but yet are so powerful within its concept. You just run around and play tag as a monkey with your hands, and that's pretty much the premise of the entire game. The game has gotten so large to the point it's literally now on the official MetaQuest store, when it used to just be a small little project that somebody did on Sidequest. It's one of the most popular VR games on TikTok, and in general, it's one of those free games that everybody gets to try out on their first time on VR, and it's recommended to basically everybody. But there's one thing that has been plaguing the entire Sidequest store and in general in the VR community. That is, one, Gorilla Tag community and Gorilla Tag clones. Before you start commenting down below, I cannot highly recommend enough that you watch this entire video before you start commenting, because just also remember that this is my personal opinion, and I'm not saying you should think like this. I'm just saying this is just how I feel. Remember to like and subscribe and enjoy the video. It took me a while to work on this. Gorilla Tag is a VR game by another Axiom that combines the iconic playground game, Tag, with unique locomotion mechanics that allows maneuvering using only your arms to chase or flee from other players. Play Tag or Infection with people online, run away from the infected players, or outmaneuver the survivors to catch them. Embrace your inner ape. The game is also a very big social platform with a ton of people just hopping in not to play Tag, but to just socialize with other people. It came out in early access originally on Sidequest through App Lab, but it recently came out of early access on December 15th, 2022 and moved to the Quest Store as an official release. As of November 20th, 2022, Gorilla Tag is the most rated VR game ever on the Oculus Store. This game was so appealing to most considering its easy to buy price tag of free, and it's easy to use locomotion mechanics, which we've never seen in a VR game before. It's completely unique, and nobody has ever done this before until now. When the game released, it got popular fast, with streams and videos coming flooding in. The game was starting to flood the VR community. The game was overly simple at the time, only boasting one map and no cosmetics. There was no cosmetics, skins, or anything, just one map and tag. The community at the time was pretty mature considering the fact that most kids haven't even found the game yet. Fast forward to 2023 and the community is widely hated. Specifically on TikTok and just in the general VR community, Gorilla Tag gets hated on quite a bit, not for the game itself, but for its community. Most commonly referred to as Gorilla Tag kids or G-Tag kids, these are a sort of stereotype in the VR community, considering that most of Gorilla Tag's fandom or community is basically under 13 years old, which is funny considering the age limit for VR is 13 and up. That's why the Gorilla Tag community is pretty widely hated, is the fact that it's mostly kids who play the game. Most Gorilla Tag videos that you watch on YouTube or TikTok are mostly kids trying to do things like the secret tunnel thing, or just random kids doing these weird edits of somebody juking out somebody. It's interesting. Now, of course, with any game, the community also has a different side, and that is mostly mature adults or young adults, which are very mature and don't go into that kind of stuff. They're just there to have fun and play the game, and they aren't there to just be annoying and whatnot. And now we're getting to the main juicy stuff, the Gorilla Tag clones. Now, there isn't a clear person on who started this, but from what I can see, it would be Trout VR. Now, of course, don't send any hate to him or anything. I don't think he meant all this, but I could tell that Trout VR was the initial pioneer of a Gorilla Tag clone. He was one of the first ones to create a clone of this game, but he made it in a horror game, which is pretty unique within itself. He took the Gorilla Tag formula, made it into a horror game. That's pretty cool. People took inspiration by this and started making their own clones, the most notable being of Capuchin. Capuchin is basically Gorilla Tag. That's literally it. Capuchin is literally the exact same game, just with different graphics and a different monkey in mind, the Capuchin monkey. This is probably the second biggest Gorilla Tag clone out there, with even TikToks of it being made similar to Gorilla Tag. It's weird. Capuchin also has very similar maps to Gorilla Tag, of a forest, a snow map, and just in general, the locomotion is about the exact same thing. All it is just different graphics. Even Sidequest knows this is a clone, because when you go to the right of the game on You Might Also Like section, you can see Gorilla Tag. And it isn't until Capuchin that the Gorilla Tag clones start flooding in, and by the masses. It seems everybody and their mother has gotten into Unity and started creating their own different locomotion type games. There are hundreds of these on Sidequest. It has flooded Sidequest so much, you click New section, and one of the first things you're going to see is a Gorilla Tag clone. Population Monkey, Silhouette Jumpers, Human Tag, Babbling Baboons, Capybara Walkers, Fox Frenzy. It's all Gorilla Tag clones. You see what I'm saying? That one that I just pointed to was just released the day you're seeing this video. Now don't get it twisted. The main reason I'm mad at this is not because it's a fan game. Fan games are okay, and sometimes I enjoy a good fan game. But the problem is when there's hundreds of them just plaguing the Sidequest store and they aren't changed whatsoever. All they are just lazy Unity templates that somebody copy and pasted some random code. They are not changed whatsoever. That is the problem I have with these. They don't even have any effort put into them. They're just there just for the sake that Gorilla Tag is popular. And most times they aren't even that good. Sometimes the locomotion is buggy, or sometimes the APK doesn't even work. Sidequest, when it first released for the Quest 1, was filled with hundreds of games that were well crafted for the Quest. The new section is completely plagued with this stuff. You cannot really find a good game on Sidequest anymore, because you're always seeing Gorilla Tag clones. And Sidequest was starting to speak out on this and wasn't allowing Gorilla Tag clones until it was so outraged that they started allowing it and flooding it more. It's just a basic Unity map with Gorilla Tag locomotion. They don't even try and change the game up at all. Your occasional human tag or capybara or foxes, they're all animals or humans, and they don't even try and change or innovate the Gorilla Tag genre. A really good example of innovating the Gorilla Tag locomotion system is No More Rainbows, a platformer game that took the Gorilla Tag locomotion and took it to a whole nother level. And it's so polished and high quality, it's amazing. This is what a Gorilla Tag style game should be. You take the Gorilla Tag locomotion and you turn it into something completely different. It's funny because a lot of these get really good ratings and downloads, and they really shouldn't be, considering the fact that they aren't even good. You can hardly find anybody playing these games because there's just hundreds of them. No one's playing the exact same one anymore, with the rare exception being Capuchin. There's not just one specific community or category dedicated to these Gorilla Tag clones. We don't have a specific Sidequest category for this. You can't even block Gorilla Tag clones, so now all you're just going to be seeing are these. You're not going to be seeing any other game. The way Sidequest could get around this is having a setting or category where if you're making a Gorilla Tag clone, you could set that in there and put it in a specific category, so that way people can go to this category and view every single Gorilla Tag clone that there is, every hundreds of them, and play those. And Sidequest have a setting where you can block Gorilla Tag clones in there. Simple, right? It's not any different than how Virtual Desktop allows you to block NSFW wallpapers or anime wallpapers. It's basically around the exact same thing, just for Gorilla Tag clones. That's just what I would do, because I'm tired of seeing all these games on my Sidequest store. It's so annoying, and you never get to see any good games anymore because nobody's posting on Sidequest. And the only games that are getting posted on Sidequest are Gorilla Tag clones. Of course, the rare exception being games that are just reposted from the MetaQuest store. These games are just simple Control-C, Control-V versions of the actual good game. Nobody actually likes these games. I'm honestly sure of it. What is a proboscis? What even is that? You have to look up this weird species of monkey, yet it's literally just the exact same game. And before I get off topic here, just going back, Gorilla Tag clones are ruining Sidequest and the VR community in general. And I just have one simple message. Please stop. And if you're not going to stop, at least just don't keep copying the same game. If you're going to make a Gorilla Tag clone, at least change up the formula or format in some way that makes the game unique and not just another clone. That's what every other Gorilla Tag clone does. It's just a Gorilla Tag locomotion, social hub hangout, and occasional game modes. That's all it is. And to the Gorilla Tag community, before you comment, I really want you to take this into consideration. So please don't comment a ton of hate comments saying that Gorilla Tag clones should be warranted just because, oh, FNAF has fan games, why can't Gorilla Tag have fan games? It's because most FNAF fan games change the style and aspect, and just in general they change the formula and whatnot. So just please take the time to think about what you're gonna say, and let's settle this civilized. And if you have anything else to say, comment down below and we'll debate about it. So yeah, that's about it. Thank y'all so much for watching. This took about 3 days to edit entirely, and I've probably worked on it for about 7 hours each day. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.